everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Jewelry Canada. Today we are going to be making a pair of earrings and we're going to start that in just a moment. Hi everyone, Monique here, Little Gems Jewelry Canada. Today we're making a pair of earrings. You're going to need your beads. You're going to need your wire. Today I'm using 0.8 millimeter aluminum wire. You get it in the welding section. And I use aluminum because it's very lightweight and it does not tarnish. You're going to need your tools. So today I'm using round nose, flat nose, and flush cutters. And then I use a nail file or an emery board just for my wire, which I'll show. And your beads. And of course you're going to need ear wires because we're making earrings. Okay, so just a couple of ear wires. There we go. And that should be about it. So let's get started. We're going to start with a length of wire. So I just take off a good amount. I don't know, we'll say a foot, okay? That should make the majority of our earrings. The nice thing about the aluminum wire is it's really not very expensive, so you can use quite a bit of it. So we are going to take our wire and we are going to make some loops. Okay, so we made one loop, and you notice I went about to the middle of my pliers, okay? Now, I am snugging that plier. Oh, you can't see. Here, let me do this. So I'm snugging those pliers right there. Now we're in focus. So I'm snugging those pliers right up to the edge, but then I'm moving back just a bit so that I have enough room for the wire. Okay, let me pull back my camera a bit so you guys will stay in focus. Okay, so I'm moving it just a bit so you see how there's a little tiny space in there so that my wire can go there, and I'm going past all the way around. Okay, so now I've got this. I'm doing this one more time. I'm placing it just with a bit of a space, and this time I'm going past, and I'm going to make it so, oops, goes a bit beyond. Okay, so I'm kind of getting a bit of a triangle. Do you see what's happening here? Now I'm going to put my pliers right beside again about the middle of those round nose pliers. And I'm going to start turning the wire. And I'm going so that I'm level. See? And then, so that's what we have so far. Okay, you can straighten it out. I'm going to do one more. Okay, I'm leaving a little bit of a space. See that space? And then I'm doing one more loop. Okay, so we have a total of 2, 3, 4, 5 loops. Now I'm cutting the wire right here. Okay, and this is what our section looks like. Now you can take your flat nose pliers and just kind of flatten that out a bit. If you have an anvil, you could hammer this a bit. You don't have to use the hammer. You just want to make sure that you can manipulate it with your fingers. So this is what we want, and we want this twice. Okay, so do another one, meet me back. Okay, so I've made 2 of those. So now what I'm going to do is I'm taking some of that wire, and with our round nose pliers again, At the this is when you come, your nail file comes in. So I want the edge of that wire nice and flat. So I just give it a on the emery board. Then I'm going to take and I'm going to make a loop right at the end of my pliers until you turn it around until it reaches all the way back, and then we're just going to bend it back a bit. So that's what we end up with, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to put a bead on there. Okay, then at the bead, we're just going to take our nail. Sorry, I'm trying to get my fingers out of the way. We're going to take our nail and we're going to bend the wire. Then we're going to cut the wire. And we're going to make a loop. We put it right at the end of our round nose. We're just going to go around and around until it touches itself. Then you're going to take your flat nose. We're going to make sure that both loops are facing the same way. Okay, so we're going to make one of those for each end of our earring. And the next one we make, we are going to do 2 beads. And then for the middle one, we'll have 3 beads. And then 2 and then 1. Okay, so do that. Meet me back. Do that for each earring. So you're going to need 4 total single ones. You're going to need 4 total 2 bead sections. And then you're going to need 2 of the 3 bead sections. I'll put it in the corner up here so that you can just look at a glance, okay? Okay, do that. Meet me back. So as you can see here, I have all my sections completed, and I've kind of laid it out the way I want to put the earrings together. So you're going to take your flat nose pliers, and you're going to take the section you made. You're going to take the 2 bead section that we made, and we're going to attach it to this. Now you see how I opened it sideways? You always open it sideways and close it sideways. Oh, having a struggle here. There we go. Get that just right. Let's try this again. Oh, I'm sorry guys. I'm working around a camera. I always say that in practically every video I make, but working around a camera is hard. Okay, here we go. So we're going to just close this up like so. And there you go. We put the 2 section on the outside loop. Now we're working with the 3 bead section, and you want to make sure that when you close your section, you're always closing it on the same side of your work. So here we go. Oh, here we go. I'm going to hold it with my other finger, and I'm making sure that I'm closing it on the same side that the other one is closed. Here we go. There we are. Give that a little pinch there. Make sure it's nice and closed. Okay. So there's that. Now we're going to go to our other 2 section, and we are going to put it on the other side. Okay. Oh, I flipped my work there. So see how this one is closed on the other side? So this, I want this to close on this side because this is where the other section's closed. See, they closed on this side. So I want this one to also close facing this side. I know I'm picky about these things, but I sell a lot of my jewelry, so I really want to make it the best I possibly can. You can be forgiving if your just making it for yourself. But when you're making it to sell, I always like to put in the extra effort. Okay, now taking our 1 bead section, we're going to open it. I tried to open it on the wrong side there. So you're going to open it, and the same thing, you want all your closing to be on the same side. So you want the 1 bead section to be on the top part of the 2 bead. Do you know what I'm saying here? Here, I'll show you here. So you see I have my 2 and my 1 is above it because we're going to put it up. Now you're going to put the other 1 bead section on the other end. Here we go. Open that up. Always open sideways. There we are. Close her up. And now we're going to get our jump ring. Okay. So I have a whole bunch of jump rings here. I've made all different sizes. So I want 2 the same size. So here we go. I'm picking 2 the same size. Oh, they're kind of stuck together. Let's just get those apart. Okay. Sometimes you have to use your pliers here. There we go. Get those apart. So now we're going to catch let me get this organized, the 1 bead section on the one side and the 1 bead section on the other side. And we are going to put on our ear wire. Okay. Then you're going to take another pair of pliers. Here we go. We're just going to close up that jump ring, or you can do it with your fingers, whichever you prefer. I'm just going to use my fingers. There we go. And here you go, guys. There is your completed earring. Isn't it gorgeous? So you make the other one, and there you go. You have your set. So, oops, dropped it. There we go. There you go, guys. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. And yeah, you've made a handmade earring other than the ear wire. But yeah, so check that description. There's all kinds of good stuff in the description. And yeah, have a great day. Bye now. Don't forget to check the description. Bye-bye.